Hello, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Miss Hermann.
Are you a vegetarian or vegan?
I'm vegetarian, not vegan.
Okay, so you know a little bit of
A little?
meat of
Yes.
Okay. Hello, what's your name?
Amelie.
Okay, are you vegetarian or vegan?
No, but I'm very specific of the kind of meat I eat.
Okay, so you know about meat alternatives.
Yeah, probably not as well as you, but some I know.
Yeah. Hi, what's your name?
Tim Reinholz.
Okay, and are you a vegan or vegetarian?
I love eating meat.
Oh, okay. If you had to rank the meat alternatives like jackfruit, beans, seitan, lentils, and tofu, what do you think would be the most eco-friendly?
What do I think is the most eco-friendly?
Yeah.
I guess the meat alternatives that we're already using not as alternatives, like lentils and, most of the things you just named are already used without a problem, and I would imagine scaling them up and doing more of it as a meat alternative wouldn't be that problematic. But as I like meat, I don't really I don't give a lot of thought to what I consider a good alternative, because they are all alternatives and I prefer not to have an alternative.
I know that soy is not that eco-friendly, so I think soy is least. Most eco-friendly, I'd say maybe lentils,
Okay.
but I'm not sure. I just know that soy is not that good.
Actually, tofu is the least eco-friendly meat alternatives, and beans are the best, because beans are a great source of protein and fiber. Aside from being a healthy choice, dried beans are also a sustainable crop to farm. First of all, they don't require chemical fertilizers. In fact, they return nutrients to the soil and decrease greenhouse gas emissions. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations found that in 2014 about 85 million hectares of pulsing were cultivated worldwide, fixing 3 to 6 million tons of nitrogen to soil across the globe.
Okay. And do you think that meat alternatives are eco-friendlier than normal meat?
I mean, it probably depends on the kind of brand you use. Yeah, because some meat brands are like very eco-friendly and like kind of small businesses, and not the big meat industry. Yeah, so probably depends.
No, definitely not. I understand that meat is bad, but I still like it. And I still eat it. And I convinced myself that even if I stopped eating meat, it wouldn't change much. So I might as well enjoy what I can.
There are different aspects with which you can compare the meat and the alternative meat. We choose, for example, environment and health. The environment. Keeping animals for meat production, for example, emits more greenhouse gas than the plant-based alternative. Anyone who wants to pay attention to sustainability should therefore reach for the meat alternative. Health. As a rule, substitute products as well as meat provide high-quality nutrients. They contain less fat and hardly any saturated fat acids. The salt content is in a critical range in both cases. So you can't say exactly that meat alternatives are better than meat, but if you look in the future, the meat alternative is definitely better than the meat.
Okay. And when you go shopping to the store or anything, do you like look at the products and look if they're eco-friendly and sustainable, or do you just grab what you want to?
Actually, I'm not. I try to buy maybe products, for example, vegetables that I think are regional. But to be honest, like for example, regarding fruit, I don't really have a look at that.
Oh, okay.
My parents buy the groceries, so from what I see at home, they mostly like look also at the prices, but also if it's like sustainable, if it's good, if the animals that were killed like lived a good life. So there has to be like a good balance, because some like very eco-friendly meats are very, very expensive, and that isn't like possible for a lot of normal people to buy that all the time. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Or at the store, do you like look at the products you buy if it's is sustainable and eco-friendly, or just?
Not really. No, I don't give that a lot of thought. But then I do things like buy portions of meat, and they know how bad it is, so they don't really talk about how bad the meat is. They only talk about how good the alternatives are, and unless I have to, I would not go to the alternatives.
Okay. And last question, do you know something about soy products?
Yeah, the products made from soybeans, which are probably a lot easier to grow or have in large amounts than meat. But more, I don't really know. I'm not sure I even know what a soybean looks like, or even how they would mass produce it. But I imagine soybeans, like all beans, would probably be able to be grown aquaponically, so probably it's easier to do it in like a very dense way on a large scale.
I know that the production takes a lot of space, but I know that soy is especially used for meat production, for the food, and therefore it's really sad, but if you use it for meat alternatives, it's not that necessary to use that much soy, so therefore it's not even that bad if you use it as a meat alternative, I think.
Soy products have become increasingly popular in recent years. Previously, they were used only for animals' feed, but more and more people eat soy products as shopping alternatives, all similar, but it's not so environmentally friendly. For the production which people need, the scale wouldn't be too big. But the animals need more soy, and for the production a lot of water is used.
So meat alternatives are a good way to avoid meat. So it's not like you can't eat meat anymore, but you should definitely try the alternatives, because that's a good way to buy more sustainable. So what do you think? Write your opinion in the comments.